Hello, welcome back to World Box. Today we're heading into the Bronze Age and into the Eastern Mediterranean Sea here to try out a proper Bronze Age battle. We've got the major empires of the day. These are the original empires: the Egyptians, the Hittites, the Assyrians, Babylonians, Mycenaeans, all of them here in the Mediterranean. You can see at the Aegean Sea there and parts of Turkey there, and we're gonna set them, let them build up a bit, and then turn on the floodgates and let them fight it out. So this is I've been kind of lost in this Bronze Age collapse YouTube rabbit hole. Yeah, I know I'm kind of a nerd, but it's all extremely fascinating stuff, and I thought it'd make a fine addition to the World Box repertoire here. I actually have a couple of mods playing on this one. I've got Cody's mod, which is one I always use, adds all kinds of little tweaks to the game that makes it nice for recording. And I've got one called Simple Box by Owlcraft, which adds some new textures and new sprites and just makes it all around pretty. So it should be, I'm kind of excited to try it out and see how the game looks. But anyway, let's go to the Bronze Age and fight. Welcome to the year 1200 BCE. We've got our major factions, major empires, really, of the day here. Let's zoom in and take a look at them and see who we have here. And check out the new sprites and new textures. Look at this. So we have the Mycenaeans over here, basically the Greeks. And we even have new, like you can see, the trees are different. Even the gold and the stone all looks different. Each faction has different houses. The Mycenaeans here are human. Up here in present day Turkey, we have Troy, it was also, Homer's Troy was all around that same period as well. So we got Troy thrown in there, the Trojans, and the Hittites over here further to the east. And you can see the roads getting built. The Hittites are dwarven, which is why they look a little more stone. And then further on, we've got Assyria over here. And Assyria, I think, is dwarf as well. Yeah, dwarf as well. And then down south, we've got the Phoenicians, who really in 1200 BCE were owned by, whatever. I'm not going to cover that, but the Phoenicians are there. And then we got Babylon way down here in the southeast. And then over here to the west, we've got Egypt. And Egypt is human, and over here on the Nile. And last, we got the Minoans here over on Crete. So we'll see how the Minoans do. Usually empires don't do too well in the islands, but we'll see how this goes. I really should have waited for the boat updates, if that ever comes, but well, I couldn't wait, so that's what we're doing. As far as my other options, I think I've got, whoops, didn't mean to do that. I think I have everything set as I want. Clouds are off. We've got, now there's another thing I can do. I can actually set this thing up to disable the sprite zoom, so I can keep the sprites on even out here. It doesn't look quite as pretty, though, whenever you fast forward it. So I will leave that off for the video anyway. And I can actually make the sprites bigger as well. Well, so you can have like giant things if you want with this mod, but we're not going to do that. Let's get this thing out of here, and I think we're about ready to go. We can take a look real quick at our factions, which is here. We can see the Mycenaeans are up in front, the Egyptians, Hittites, Babylonians, Minoans, Trojans, and Phoenicians down there. And I think we're about ready to go. I'll make sure to turn off, everyone's on peaceful mode. And I'm going to crank it up just a little bit, let it sort of do its thing for a bit. And we'll let the empires are not on expanding. They're just expanding their territories right now. No kingdom expansion just yet. Just grabbing some people and building out and all that. There's enough space between them. They shouldn't go to war immediately. I guess we'll find out. That's enough time, I think. Let's turn on. I'm going to leave rebellions off, but kingdom expansion will be on. And diplomacy will be on. Okay. And let's start the simulation. We're going on about 20 minutes here, and almost year 1000 according to the game. And this has got to be like the most peaceful game of Roblox I've ever played. Because there's been, other than the Phoenicians getting taken out by the Babylonians, everyone's just building up. I'm assuming things will explode here in a minute. We got almost 500 here in Egypt now, and it's packed. The Babylonians have made their way into Africa, and more Egyptians out there. Italy's been taken over by a few folks, including the Assyrians and Trojans. But other than that, everything's all nice and peaceful. But I'm going to turn this thing on a little bit longer. And I guess another 1,000 years, and we'll see if we get any sort of action here. Hopefully something happens. We'll take a look real quick at the stats, though. Over here. And first is, Babylon. Just barely, though. Egypt is right behind them. They need to fight. I might need to force them to go to war, just for something exciting. And the Minoans are doing nothing, as I kind of expected. Anyway, back to the sim. All right, after 30 minutes of peace, mostly, I think it's time we start forcing some war. So we've got the ability to force Kingdom to start a war. I can just hit this button here, and we can just go and sort of sprinkle the anger all over the place, and even in the Minoans, and I think it should just go and happen. Everyone at war now? Yeah, okay, everyone's at war now. Okay, now things will happen. Well, that certainly added some excitement there. Looks like Troy is about to fall to the Greeks, and actually maybe the Babylonians. Somebody's about to take out Troy. There it goes. It's just gone now. Okay, so we're down to, for the most part, two factions. The Assyrians aren't much left. Troy is over there is the new Roman Empire, and Babylon is giant. Who's the biggest here? Babylon by actually not by much. Greece is just right behind them. Okay. I mean, that works. Babylon becomes... We'll see how this turns out. I'll make sure I keep my... I've been kind of just using the hate button for a while, just to make sure people stay fighting, you know? But we'll let this keep going and see who conquers the known world here. I think we just sort of advanced through the ages here. We've got, looks like Alexander has taken over here in Greece, mostly. It's like Persia. We just renamed Babylon to Persia. And then Egypt is, just fumbling around down there in the deserts. And we've got something happened over there in the Italian peninsula. Right now it's just a couple kids and a wolf. But it's, you know what? This is now the Iron Age map, I suppose. But we'll let it go a little longer. I just wanted to zoom in here and see what we've got coming in this way. And see how it's... I saw a lot of folks heading over here. Oh yeah, that's right. They're ex-Troy over here. The Romans over here now, the early Romans, and a lot of Turkish fighting happening over here. And I'm curious who was in front still. Actually, it's very close. The Mycenaeans and the Babylonians, it's extra close. Too close. So, yeah, I just want to see what's going on. So let's advance. We've gone like, I don't know, how far have we gone? Can we see here? I think we can. 1,500 years according to World Box age. I'd say about 1,000 years according to what we've got going on here in real time. So let's continue this some more. And with Greece falling apart, I think we have ourselves a winner in Babylon over there to the east. And we almost had almost historically accurate here. We started out with the Bronze Age, and everything fell apart once the wars began. We were left with Greece and Neo-Babylon, or maybe Persia over there. And we had the inklings of something going on over in the Italian peninsula. Well, all right. I didn't realize World Box would be more historically accurate than my high school textbook. Anyway, I'm kind of an idiot, and I started recording after this ended, and I didn't hit the record button. So we're going to end this right here. As soon as there goes the Babylonian fleet sailing across into Italy and stomping the ex-Trojans. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you have any more ideas for World Box videos, let me know, and I'll see you next time.